So let us have the solving congruence equations. So in solving a congruence equation means finding all the whole number values of the variable for which the congruence is true. So our answer or our possible values of x must be a whole number. So meaning kapag whole number, it must start with 0. So, magsisimula or magte-test tayo ng possible values ng x and then magsisimula tayo sa x be equal to 0. And then to determine whether the congruence is true, so given the given congruence, A congruent to B modulo n, so recall lang natin. So, the given congruence is true if it satisfy the equation A minus B over n equal to the integer. It must be an integer. So, if it is not an integer, so the given congruence is not true. Or it is not a true congruence. So, when we say integer, so we have the negative integers, 0, and the positive integers. So, bawal mag-decimal or mag-fraction. So, yun lang naman ang ating pinakatatandaan. So, let us have an example. Given the equation or the given congruence, 3x plus 5 is congruent to 3 modulo 4. So, we have to solve the given congruence by finding all the possible values. So, ang ating possible value must be a whole number. So, magsimula tayo sa x be equal to 0. So, if x is equal to 0, so ipapalit lang natin dun sa given congruence and then we have to test whether it is true or not. So, we have 3 times 0 plus 5 is congruent to 3 modulo 4. So, we have, magiging 5 ito. 5 is congruent to 3 modulo 4. And then, to test whether it is true or not, so, we have to satisfy the given condition. So, yung A minus B over N must be an integer. So, we have A minus B is 5 minus 3 over N, so over 4, is equal to 2 over 4 or 1 half. So, since it is not an integer, so x equal to 0 is not a solution. So, you have to test the other solution. So, next is x equal to 1. So, yan, lahat ay itetest natin. And then, we have to look for the pattern. So, we have 3 times 1 plus 5 is congruent to 3 modulo 4. And then, we have to test whether it is true or not. A true congruence or not. So, we have 8 minus 3 over 4 is equal to 5 over 4. So, it is not an integer. So, x equal to 1 is not a solution. So, itutuloy lang natin ang itutuloy hanggang meron tayong makuhang at least 2 solution. And then, we have to look for the pattern. So, yun yung ating magiging solution set. So, next, if x is equal to 2, so 3 times 2 plus 5 is congruent to 3 modulo 4. So, we have 6 plus 5, 11 minus 3. So, diretso na natin over 4 equal to 8 over 4 or 2. Ayan, may nakuha na tayong integer. So, therefore, if your answer is an integer, so the value of x is a solution. Ayan, meron na tayong unang solution. Okay, next, itest natin yung x equal to 3. So, 3 plus 5 congruent to 3 modulo 4. So, we have 9 plus 5, 14 minus 3 over 4. So, 11 over 4. So, hindi rin siya solution since it is not an integer. X equal to 4. 3 times 4 plus 5 congruent to 3 modulo 4. So, we have 12 plus 5, 17 minus 3 over n. So, 14 over 4 or 7 over 2. So, still, it is not an integer, so it is not a solution. If x is equal to 5, so 3 times 5 plus 5 congruent to 3 modulo 4. So, we have 15, 20 minus 3 over 4 equal to 17 over 4. So, it is not a solution. Ituloy lang natin. If x is equal to 6, so, next, 3 times 6 plus 5 is congruent to 3 modulo 4. So, we have 18 plus 5, 23, minus 3 over 4. So, aray, 20 over 4 is 5. Yan. So, that is an integer. So, ang next solution is x equal to 6. May nakuha na tayong at least dalawang solution. And then, tingnan natin ang pattern. So, ang unang solution natin is x equal to 2. And then, how many units? Bago tayo nagkaroon ng next solution. So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So, 4 units. So, ibig sabihin, our solution set is from 2. And then, ilang units? So, 6. And then, ang sunod ay 4 units ulit. So, 10. And then, 14. And so on and so forth. So, that is our conjecture. So, you have to test if, halimbawa, yung magiging sunod natin solution ay 10, kapag ipinalit mo dun sa value ng x, so we have 30 plus 5, 35, minus 3 is 32, divided by 4 is 8. So, tama naman. So, that is a true congruence. So, ganun din sa 14. So, therefore, upon checking the pattern, so the solution set is the values of x from 2, and then we have 6, 10, 14, and so on and so forth.